was a fun time with the founders of K2U Puzzles, Ewoma Oloye and Martins Oloye, at the John Randall Center in Lagos Island, southwest Nigeria. Ewoma Oloye and Martins Oloye are founders of K2U Puzzles. For Ewoma, it is a venture born from her personal journey and also her passion for empowering future generations. With nearly 2 decades of experience in human resource management and human capacity building, Ewoma has dedicated her career to transforming individuals and unlocking their potential, while Martins Oloye is the driving force behind K2U Puzzles, where he channels over 2 decades of entrepreneurial experience into reshaping educational tools for young minds in Nigeria. K2U Puzzles is a fusion of African folktales and jigsaw puzzles. It is a groundbreaking approach to children's entertainment and education by combining the rich heritage of African folktales with the cognitive benefits of jigsaw puzzles. Targeted at children between the ages of 5 and 15, K2U Puzzles aims to not only engage young minds, but also foster a deep connection with African culture, values, and moral lessons.
Well, some ways of having fun is to be outdoor. I love outdoor, and we're in a beautiful place having a great time, but we'll be playing some games. Do you like games? But have you played games? A jigsaw puzzle game that has to do with African stories, African folklore? That's what we'll be doing today. We'll be meeting with the founders of K2U Puzzle. Now, this is one of its kind. This is the first of its kind, not just in Africa, but in the world. And because it focuses on African folklore, so that makes it really special and different. So welcome once again to Entertainment Africa. We'll be having a great time. Like I said, get ready to enjoy the show with me. It promises to be very interesting. My name is Coco Lawrence, and this is Entertainment Africa. Okay, and I'm here with Ewoma Oloye. Ewoma is a co-founder of K2 Puzzles, and so we're here in this beautiful place. Thank you for bringing us here.
Thank you for being here with me.
Yeah, the sun is up, but we want to, have ways of having fun and, quite entertaining. But there's so much you'll be telling us today, Ewoma. But how did it all start? How did you come about this puzzle before we play the game?
Well, K2U Puzzles started from a personal experience, and we looked at ways where we could change the narrative for Africa, for Nigeria, for children and adults alike.
Okay.
So it's a way where you combine learning and play. It's a way where you combine history with morals. So this is how we're going to combine jigsaw puzzles, the magic of jigsaw puzzles, and the magic of African folk tales. That's what it's about.
So why African folklore? Why African tales?
So typically, if you go into any shop, anywhere in Nigeria and the rest of the world, the probability that you're going to see jigsaw puzzles that are African themed is some very tiny percent. That's one. Why African? Why folklore? Why folk tales? Our folk tales are gradually disappearing, and with it, the morals in our society. I mean, I'm sure when we grew up, even though we tell everybody we're 25, but when we grew up with stories that talked about the tortoise, that talked about the dog, and different stories. And all of these stories were steeped with moral lessons. That's where you learn things about kindness, community, courage, integrity, bravery. A lot of things you learn when you listen to these stories. Most of the time, these stories were told by grandparents, and then at the end, grandma would ask, what did you learn from this story? And you'll be able to say what you learned. So that is why African folktales. Our folktales have been passed down from generation to generation, but in the past 2, almost 3 decades, they have been gradually disappearing. And with that gradual disappearance, a bit of who we are, our heritage, our culture, our history also disappears. So we need to bring them back, but bring them back with the magic of jigsaw puzzles.
So how many varieties of K2U puzzles do you have now?
So the beautiful thing is we are taking African folk tales.
Okay.
So we have stories from different parts of Africa. We have stories that originated from northern Nigeria, western Nigeria, southern Nigeria, eastern Nigeria, and guess what? We have stories from Ghana.
Nice.
So we have stories, we have a combination, a compilation of folk tales from across Africa. Currently, we have already produced and in shops 10, but we have designed in production already close to 100 stories across Africa.
That's
so
really
it's a way to, you know, keep our culture alive and then also make people know more about the other culture. So this is a story from Ghana.
I see.
So anybody from Ghana sees Anansi, they will recognize Anansi.
Okay.
Anybody from northern Nigeria sees Amina, they will recognize Amina. Anybody from western Nigeria, and I guess the whole of Nigeria, sees a story about Ijapa, that is the tortoise, they will recognize him. Same way from the eastern part of Nigeria, and you know, down across southern, northern Africa as well, we have all of those stories.
Really nice. And I'm looking forward to explaining one of these jigsaw puzzles. Why the jigsaw? I know we've talked about why the jigsaw puzzle. What does jigsaw puzzle really do, you know, for kids? Because now we're in a digital age where to some people this is not fun, being outdoor under the sun sipping on juice and playing this. For them it's not. I know what I'm saying. Some would like to be on their phone, on their device. Though we've been talking for a while and we've not even touched our devices, they want to be on their device. The age we're in, everybody wants to be on their device. Social media is getting people's attention. So tell us what this really does, you know, for people mentally and all that.
The benefits of jigsaw puzzles are far-reaching. I like to talk about them because I have also, the research is evolving, information is coming, and it's exciting to see. But some of the ones that are already established are, one, concentration levels increases. By the time you spend time with a jigsaw puzzle and you're fixing it, your ability to concentrate on the task increases. One of my favorites is research-backed. You spend 25 minutes on a jigsaw puzzle a day, and there is a high tendency for your IQ to increase by 4 points.
Okay.
Another one of my favorites, increased critical thinking and problem-solving ability. When you spend time with jigsaw puzzles consistently, on its own, your brain begins to retrain itself. It's like AI. You know, AI trains itself. That is what jigsaw puzzles do to the brain. When you spend time on jigsaw puzzles, your brain begins to train itself. Your brain doesn't only see problems, but your brain now devises a means to solve those problems. When you are faced with an issue, you're able to critically analyze. So in fixing jigsaw puzzles, working with numerous children recently has been very intriguing, because you see those that fix the jigsaw puzzles from the edges. Historically, people will tell you, oh, when you're fixing jigsaw puzzles, look for the edge pieces. I have seen children fix from the middle.
Wow.
I have seen children fix in quadrants. I have seen children just test the pieces, test it till they get it, and then they're fixing it in whatever way they're fixing it. I've seen people fix the top and then fix the bottom. I mean, there are a million ways you can fix a jigsaw puzzle. So what's happening is your ability to think critically is enhanced, because you know you are testing, you're checking, you're doing. So, and then there are a whole lot more, especially the aspect of the phones you talked about. The impact of phones, especially on children, you know, research is still evolving about that. Talking about phones and screens, this is a perfect way to take children off the screens. Every parent knows that you need to keep your children engaged. And this is one way. It takes them off the screens, it helps them to engage with each other, engage with their surroundings, engage with their environment. That is what jigsaw puzzles do. Family bonding, dopamine. When you finish it, the excitement that comes. As I enjoy fixing puzzles constantly. Even research has shown that it's very good for older people, especially those with the tendency to have Alzheimer's or dementia. Jigsaw puzzles is a perfect way to train, to strengthen, to treat brain issues as well. So it's a fantastic, tool.
Okay. So now you said all this about this jigsaw puzzle. I am excited. I want some dopamine, So which one are we going to be opening here and trying to fix?
I always love the story of the tortoise and the birds.
Okay.
How tortoise got his cracked shell.
Yeah.
I always love that story. So maybe we can start with that one.
Okay, so you do the honors.
Okay, thank you.
And it's really amazing about these stories, because I remember back in the days when we watched Tales by Moonlight, we had these stories, we sit down, but now to get children to, they would rather sit down watching a cartoon or just some music somewhere, and then do they get to have to play these puzzles and get their minds working mentally, having fun, but mentally exercising your brain. There was something you said about what it does for your IQ.
Yes.
You put about 25% trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle, what it's doing for your IQ. And there are people now, children, not even children, adults, who get to know the meaning behind this. I mean, let's even talk about the diaspora. You have some people that are Nigerians born over there, and they don't have so much of this culture. This can be a way to influence.
Yes, to connect.
Okay, let's do that. No way, go ahead, open it.
So, yeah, we have our story.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you even have the story.
Yes, the story is in it.
The story is in it,
yes,
in case when you pick
so
this
that
up.
the children can also read.
And the moral lessons.
The moral lessons.
Okay, while you're opening that, let me read this out to our viewers. The moral lesson in the tortoise and the birds is: greed has consequences. The tortoise desire to take more than his fair share led to his downfall, teaching that greed ultimately leads to harm and loss. Honesty is the best policy, and the story emphasizes the importance of honesty, and that dishonesty only results in negative consequences. Respect for others, that is, the tale reminds us that respecting others and being fair are key to maintaining harmony and trust in any community. Now there's still so much here. I want to play this game now. I'm gonna see. I can't remember last I played a jigsaw puzzle. Where do we start from? Okay, you are so fast. Anyway, this is your creation. You should know it more.
So I have been playing jigsaw puzzles.
I don't think the last I played, maybe when I was a kid. Coco, you need to change. Wow, this is a complex one.
Yes, it is. That's why I picked it.
This is a complex one. Am I making progress? I don't even know.
I think you are.
I think I am.
This is somewhere at the top. This bird is somewhere at the bottom. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's
my
see.
Goodness. Okay, don't fly away.
This is at the top. This one is going to be somewhere. No, this doesn't go.
This doesn't go.
No.
Oh goodness. They're showing me up on national TV. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to be doing this jigsaw puzzle, guys. And now, if you remember the beginning of the show, I said Ewoma is a co-founder. We're going to be having the other co-founder join us while we try and tackle this, because this has become a movement for your company, K2U Puzzles, because we've seen you go into schools, military camps, different places, fairs, just to enlighten people and also get this amazing innovation in the hands of Nigerians and Africans, so that they cannot, this folklore, these stories will not go into extinction. All right, guys, you're still watching Entertainment Africa. We'll go on a break. We're still fixing the jigsaw puzzle here, and then a co-founder, the other co-founder of K2U Puzzles, will be joining us. Stay with us. Oh, you're still watching Entertainment Africa. We are here outdoor somewhere in Lagos, and we are having a beautiful time. I've been speaking with the co-founder of K2U Puzzles, and we are fixing this puzzle, the tortoise and the bird. How the tortoise had this cracked shell. Can you imagine having to piece all of this together? It's really interesting and really fun. I've been saying co-founder, because there is another founder of K2U Puzzles, and he's here with us, Martins Oloye. I love that name. Okay, Martins, thank you for coming out to join us. And this is a beautiful one. And Woma told us how it all started, and then you realize that, come on, we don't have this kind of jigsaw puzzles in Africa, in Nigeria, in Africa, to represent Africa. So let's even talk about what the movement, have you made it like a campaign? How far have you gone in reaching, getting these puzzles to the hands of children, adults, young adults, adults alike, and everyone?
Thank you for having us. I would love to say that it's been a really jolly good ride. The reception is actually quite impressive and awesome. We've had so many beautiful moments of children and adults. So for movement and the places that we've been to markets, we've been to schools, we've been to offices. We've had to reinvent quickly on the go and evolve to have our focus re-emphasized. So when I say focused, we are bent on, leaving no child behind. So what we've done is, for every puzzle, as you can see, we have a story to talk about what our, we don't want to lose the heritage. Then there's the moral of the story to tackle the decadence that we have. We all know these stories and we're all trying to do something. So that takes us to the streets. So we are saying we want to leave no child behind. That's number one. So that hinges on the SDG, goals. SDG 4, SDG 10, SDG 11. So we're looking at equality as much as we can. That's leaving no child behind. The barrier to entry, you can see. So we've had, I don't want to use the word illiterate because I know intelligence is not by being literate actually. We've had market women and younger children play puzzle. Yeah, we have media content on to that. So we make sure that it's getting to everyone. So we've done competition. So there's something we're presently doing called K2U Puzzle competition. So we go to places because we noticed that we hardly get to. So when people get on it, they don't want to leave. Look at what you've been doing since. So there's a way that is intriguing. It just keeps you,
intrigued,
occupied.
Indeed.
You leave your phone. You leave. You face reality, and this is all we've done. So we have K2U Puzzles competition that we're doing across schools, where we've given children, some students, scholarships. So we get to a school, we get them to participate, give us the best students. Some of them get the puzzles to practice, so they get used to it. Puzzles normally is elitist. You get into a store, you want to buy get a jigsaw puzzle.
Yes.
You're not getting it. We know how much we get it. We try to work with some partners and to make it available and make it easy for children to get. We cut the price by 50%. It is still elitist. So we now have to, let's get it to them. Get more partners and do what we call. Okay, I can see you are smiling about it.
I did that. I did that.
And if it's not the piece, it is not the piece. I'm going to say something about that later. So what we're doing now.
Oh, it's not the piece.
So what we're doing now is Project 1 Million. So that's where the emphasis is on now. So we're going to the markets, we're going to schools, we're going to the suburbs, and we're giving it to children. So we're getting partners and going across the country, and we're calling children out, get around, spreading happiness, and so I think that's about what we've been doing so far. Okay,
now, so we've been looking at now we'll talk about how you've done this movement, and it's really, really beautiful. For you, I mean, do you think that this form of entertainment, leisure, is something that is really practiced in Nigeria and Africa? And how is this stuff combating that? Because do people still, do this for leisure, for fun? Now, she has told us about the importance when it comes to mentally, your IQ and all of that. Let's talk about the leisure part, the entertaining part. How much of Nigerians or Africans do this for entertainment? for fun?
We need to come back to the family units,
Okay.
which is the nucleus of every society. You see parents in the living room, husband and wife. On the average, they spend, let's say, 5 hours together, including maybe sleep time if you are in Lagos, or let's say 8 hours. So the few 2 hours that you have together, real quality time, you're not having it. So what we're doing is we're raising strangers in our homes. So the game in itself is puzzling, it's engaging. All the benefits she's talked about is, on one side, but the truth is it brings the family together again. There's bonding. We have loads and loads and loads of videos sent to us by parents, like, okay, my child, my ward dropped the phone, is off the screen and is trying to complete this. So there's this thing about completion. You just, it works on your brain. As you are playing, as you're listening to me and watching, as she's playing, as you are playing, you're actually engaging both sides of the brain. The right side, which is for creative thinking, the left side, which is for, logic. So you are actually really, really into it. See, you're not even looking at me.
I'm trying. I'm just seeing how she's fixing it, but I'm also listening to you. Like, I'm just seeing that bond, because there's a bonding here. Now, both of you are a couple and you have the K2U Puzzles, and you can imagine that creation. Now, I'm listening to you, but I'm also getting interested in what she's doing, and I'm just thinking of how that helps the family. And you talked about the family, with modern digital age and technology, family is seeming to be like, apart from the morals, husband and wife having that me time, having that togetherness, sometimes they just want to go and watch a movie. Are you really bonding? Sometimes they just want to go and eat dinner somewhere. Are you really bonding? But when a family, the parents and the children, can come together to solve this puzzle and give themselves a challenge and say, okay, I'll do this in 10 minutes, I'll do this, it's really amazing. So yeah, I did get that, and also getting, I just want to see this come to an end. but really, basically, guys, when you look at what is going on in society today, not just in Nigeria and Africa, in the world, we need more of this. We need to bring back this culture of playing, doing a game, doing something like fixing a puzzle and bonding at the same time.
So right now we have presence in Zambia. We're almost in Kenya, Ghana. We're in Togo. We're in Gabon. I think we're in the US. We've sent to we're in the US. I'm still coming back to Nigeria. We're in the US. Where I think we have a couple in Canada. So back home here in Nigeria now, because I said that because of the people in the diaspora. Back home here in Nigeria, we're in stores and we're spreading like wildfire. So we have presently we have Port Harcourt, we have Nsukka, we have Kaduna, we have Abuja, we have a couple of stores in Lagos. We have something coming up. We have Warri, we have Asaba. We have something popping up in Ilorin very soon. Abuja. So it's spreading, and the thing is, there's a part of it for little children also. So there's for the little ones, when you put the pieces together, when you flip it, there's also the part where you have a paint canvas. So for those who understand what painting does for the brain as well, so when you get the puzzle done, you flip it, you now have to trace out and paint for little ones. So what we're doing is... Why
don't you have that for adults? Who says we don't like to paint? We love to paint.
We're actually trying to catch them young, because we need to... I'm not saying we are lost causes. No. What I'm saying is we need to actually increase the national IQ. Create people that are thinking of what to do. Create people that will handle the light industry. Before we start getting to do rockets, we need to get people that will first build the components of rockets. Those are those little things that we're trying to do. And puzzle forces you, like you said from the beginning, like AI, it forces you to keep reinventing. You keep doing it. And when you are increasing speed, you're just getting better. When you come back again to do the same puzzle, you get better. And it will be amazing, just like Rubik's Cube and any other game. You come to it, you want to do more. You keep coming back, and it gives you, intelligence proven by the University of Michigan. Each time you play, your IQ actually gets better.
Now, what are you doing, to also help to achieve those goals you spoke about, you know, talk about the SDG goals, and also to help every child out there, you know, to help this culture, these stories, this heritage not to go extinct through the K2U puzzles?
Okay, it's a tall order, but like every journey, you need to actually take a step. Just like the puzzle piece, you put one on the board, then you keep going. So Project 1 Million has been awesome, but what we've been able to do is, on our own side, from our end, we've been able to give out thousands, and we're doing that as much as we can. So we don't like calling it CSR. We don't like calling it, just like community
Like a give
benefits. You call it give back, but we're not saying that. We're just like we're spreading happiness, we're making them happy. We're spreading joy, spreading IQ, and so that's what we've been doing. We're giving back, and we are of course we are on the lookout for partners, because we've had people come to us and say, "How are you doing this?" When we tell them the way it's going, say, "Wow," and like, "Okay, can I give 1,000 to a community? Can I give? I want to be anonymous. Can I give 5,000, 3,000 to people?" And that's how we've been doing it, because what we're doing transcends today, transcends the local community. Remember that thing that we said about leaving no child behind and making sure it's not elitist and it goes round. National IQ. The children get to be happy. We are happy. We get something back to the community, and most importantly, our future, which is the children, which, you know, we are doing something for them. And we don't know who we're going to raise amongst those children that will be the next person that will do this kind of wonderful thing that we're all trying to do together.
Okay, I like that. Well, this has really been an amazing conversation here. Thank you so much, Ewuma. Thank you so much, Martins Oloye. And she's totally almost done with the puzzle. She's totally almost done with all by herself. Well, you can't take the fact that she's a creator. These are the creators. But I'm going to go play this puzzle. I'm going to get a copy, right? And I am going to go play it. Can I have that one?
Okay.
I'm going to go play this one. This one is the talking drum. I will go and I'll get back to you guys to tell you how many minutes I used to achieve the talking drum puzzle. But like what he said, you can be a part of this. You can get copies for, you know, children, to homes, help the IQ, and help us not to let our heritage and things that we have learned go extinct because of social media age and all of that. So this is really interesting. Thank you again, guys. It's been fun having this one with you. And let you finish this, but the next one, I will definitely be finishing that. All right, guys, it's been great here. You've been watching Entertainment Africa, and we have been with the creators of K2U Puzzles right here in Lagos, and this is spreading all over the world, trust me. See you next time. My name is Coco Lawrence. Bye-bye.
Bye.